So in looking at Golemito, it comes from Jewish folklore, which is the word golem. And I found this story much more difficult. I actually had to read it 2 times before I understood kind of what was happening. So another reason why I wanted to have this video is just to show you the questions that are coming. You might have to reread to answer them, and that's kind of part of reading that we should be practicing anyway. And sometimes it tells you to go back to certain paragraphs, and we just don't do it. We don't want to go back and do it. Well, this is a much more difficult story. I thought Theseus and the Minotaur, as with much mythology, is just very interesting and intriguing. And this story is just it is kind of mythology in its own right, but it's not the same. It's not like the fun-filled Medusa or Hercules or those types of, Thor, the myths that we're used to. So anyway, same idea though. With this one, we have one protagonist, 2 antagonists, and then just start to be thinking about the actions of these characters in the story. And then same thing, what causes the protagonist, almost said his name, to do what he does, and then what's the results of him doing those things that he does, and then what does he learn from this? So how is the theme beginning to develop as we're going through this? It's just, you're not answering this yet, it's just starting to think about it. I'm going to go over this vocabulary in detail when I get to your assignment. So here, it's just a poll question if you've ever heard of a golem before. Here, based on paragraphs 1 through 4, move each detail to the character it best describes. So you're just dragging this to the characters that it describes in this section here. Moving down from there, what is the most likely reason paragraphs 10 through 15 are important to the plot? So this is a 2-part question, right? First off, we got to go back and look at just these paragraphs 10 through 15. Might have to reread them before you answer this question. And then why are they important to the plot? So why are they in particular in this story? What would the story be like if we didn't have these paragraphs? Moving on here, we're looking at paragraphs 16 through 25. Which word best describes the mood created by the details in these paragraphs? So looking at these paragraphs, what describes mood? And there's a lot of words here like this word and this and this. You can click on it to help it pronounce it for you. But if you just need to say ma or vilt or river or cab, if these words are hard for you to pronounce, just shorten them to whatever it is that you can pronounce, because no one's going to ask you to pronounce this at all. You just need mazan. I can't even say that word. I'm not going to butcher it, right? But I can say moke or mock or can or zakan. I can try to shorten it, okay? And so that's what I need you practicing, because then that's just a good reading strategy. So anyway, which was the mood, and then what from that part. So what from those paragraphs in particular do you think helps make you think that it's joyful, or helps make you think that it's peaceful or hopeless, or etc. All right, and then moving down here, we want to reread the sentences from paragraph 32. So it's just specifically this paragraph right here, and then how does the imagery in this sentence contribute to the story? So in paragraph 32, how does this imagery help contribute to the story overall? And then I think finally we have a poll here. Which of these 2 do you think he learned best from, Sammy learned best from? And then an RTQT what just happened? And then an RTQT explaining why you think that. Okay. And that's it. All right. So thank you guys for watching this video. On Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever I see you for this assignment, that's when we're going to really jump into this. I will probably have this available at the end of the bell Monday for those that are my faster workers, but we shall see. All right. Bye, everybody.